Hello and welcome to another What I Eat in a Week video. I'm Janelle and I am just tickled to be showing you all of the delicious and nutritious high protein things that I really enjoyed this week. It's still winter, which means I'm still making lots of cozy, comforting eats with a new focus of including more plant-based protein into pretty much everything I make. We got pastas, we got casseroles, we got chocolatey things, and we got hearty soups, and so much more. So keep watching. You guys have probably seen me make this breakfast before on the channel, but they are my red lentil waffles, you guys. They are so good, and if you have never tried making them, this is your sign. Honestly, all you have to do is the night before, soak some lentils in plant milk overnight with a little bit of vanilla and a sweetener like a date or some maple syrup. Let them soak in the fridge while you sleep. You get up in the morning, you pull out your waffle iron, you pull out a blender, and you literally just add some baking powder and you blend the lentil batter. And then you just pour it in your waffle iron, and 10 minutes later, you have a crispy, crunchy, so delicious red lentil waffle that is like perfect for either sweet or savory waffles. Honestly, like ever since I learned how to make these, they have literally just blown my mind. They are so much tastier than just a regular store-bought flour-based waffle. And they're way healthier than store-bought waffles. There's so much protein and nutrition in red lentils, and they'll give you so much energy. Oh, I can't get enough of them. Brad and I are going to share this, so that will bring up my total protein amount for my breakfast this morning too. I want to say about 32 grams protein, which is pretty amazing for breakfast. Now, I love me a good golden milk latte here and there, and I recently just made my own jar of golden milk mix, and it's so easy, so make sure you check out the recipe that I have below. I don't always mix coffee into it, but this day I felt like I needed a little caffeine boost, so I just added some instant coffee to my latte, and it was so good, you guys. Yum. Look at the color on that thing. Matches my wall art. So I've kind of been on this like casserole / dump and bake recipe kick the last couple weeks, and I thought let's show you guys how I've been making my broccoli chickpea casserole. It is so easy. It could not be easier. I tried to make it more complex, but it just is what it is. It's very easy. So you start by making a really flavorful, kind of cheesy tasting sauce with some coconut milk and spices and nutritional yeast and a little bit of cornstarch to thicken things up as the casserole bakes. And then in a casserole dish, you just add some chopped broccoli, some chickpeas, some green onion. You could always throw in some cauliflower there or completely replace the broccoli with cauliflower if that's all you have. And then you just pour in that yummy sauce over top, sprinkle some rinsed quinoa. Any colored quinoa you want is fine. Give it all a good mix, and then you just bake it with some foil on it for about 35 minutes. And then once that's done, take the cover off, add some breadcrumbs for a little extra crunch, and then pop it back in the oven until the breadcrumbs are all crispy and golden, and you have this totally delicious, super simple one pan meal. It's so good. It almost reminds me of like broccoli and cheese soup, but in a casserole form. And in my opinion, it's way more filling than a broccoli cheese soup, and it's just as easy. It's a one pan situation that you guys are going to love. This is our very late lunch today, and oh, I just went up my nose. Yes, very good. It is ready for your enjoyment. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so I'm just taking a quick break as I'm filming a recipe video, which you'll see later. And I needed a snack. So I have this bowl here of this stuff I made yesterday, which was supposed to be for another recipe video called black bean bliss balls in like a black forest flavor. And okay, first of all, so delicious, but I just haven't gotten around, I haven't gotten around to rolling them up yet into little balls. So I've just been like taking little scoops here and there and just eating it because it's so good. And then I had this brilliant idea. I'm hungry and I need a snack. So let's spread it on some toast. Oh my gosh, you guys. I think I have to completely change my whole concept behind this recipe that I have created. I have created something that could be in a ball form, but also in a spread form. It's a high protein Black Forest spread dip situation. It is, it's so good. Anyway, I'm just very excited about this, and I felt like I needed to share with you and get you excited about it because you're gonna see it in an upcoming video. It was good. Hello and welcome to dinner today. Let me introduce you to my really beautiful looking sushi bowl that only took me like 10 minutes tops to make. Very quick to make, and it's packed with 30 grams of plant-based protein. So that is like nothing to scoff at. This is actually like a pretty filling meal, and this was so simple to make. It's nothing pretty, it's nothing aesthetic, but like it gets the job done. Quinoa, we've got some tofu and edamame. We're doubling up on the plant-based protein. Some really quick grated carrot, some chopped green onion, and then I just seasoned it with a simple soy sauce, like that's literally it, plus some furikake seasoning. Let me see if I can zoom in on that for you. Yes, furikake. I don't know if I'm actually pronouncing that right, but it's like this, it's kind of like it's got seaweed in it, and kind of makes it taste like the ocean, makes it taste of the sea. So, you know, it kind of gives you those sushi vibes. So it's just a really quick and delicious hack. You can find this kind of seasoning pretty much at any store that has like an Asian foods aisle or at any Asian market. So anyway, I'm going to eat this delicious bowl of goodness. Oh, did you hear? Did you hear the spinach squeak up against my front tooth? That was really hot. Hello, breakfast time. So, blended oats. You know, it's how I came upon this was, you know, doing my good old TikTok research, and blended oats had a moment out there on the internet. People were going crazy for the blended oats. I never really hopped on that train, but here I am now giving them a try. They're kind of like a big pancake, if you know what I mean. Like, this is the way I made these oats in the blender is basically how I make pancakes, but instead of pouring them into little pancakes, I put them into a casserole dish, and I don't know, it took way longer to cook than I planned. They're a little bit on the gummy side, and just overall, like, tasty. The blueberries and the banana, it's a good flavor combination, but overall, it doesn't really have as much protein as I need in the mornings. So I think this recipe needs a little bit of tweaking. Maybe add some lentils into the blender when I'm making this next time. I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna enjoy it, but it's missing some components. It's it's missing some textural and flavor components that I just need in my life. It is what it is. And I'm grateful to have something to eat, but needs work. Needs work. You guys, I think I have redeemed myself from that very not great breakfast. So be prepared to have your mind blown with this broccoli, chickpea, quinoa salad. Really, really good. I actually have made this before, probably not since like last summer. And so I couldn't even remember how to make it. I had to like go check a previous video to see like what my old recipe was. So I took that and I zhuzhed it up. I added even more chickpeas than I did last summer because I don't know what I was thinking last summer. And yeah, it's really good. It's like tangy with like lemon juice and vegan mayo and garlic powder. Oh, it's good. Okay, let's. Delicious. On this day, I received a box of beautiful produce from my favorite grocery delivery company, Petco Produce. They rescue surplus and imperfect produce from wholesalers and farmers that would otherwise enter our landfills and sell it to consumers at a fraction of the price. I just really love that they're helping reduce food waste one delivery at a time. I made some cute content for them for Valentine's Day, which you can check out on my Instagram page if you want to see it. Also, if you're local to the Metro Vancouver or Calgary area, you can use my promo code to save yourself 40% off your first order with Petco. A big thanks to Petco for gifting me with this bounty of amazing produce. Okay, so I made these brownies yesterday, filmed them, and they're a little bit too large. Let's just get that right out of the way. It's cake. Let's just call it what it is. It's a big giant freaking brick of cake. It's so freaking huge. I really should be sharing this with Brad. I really should. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But they're healthy. Made with lentils and sweet potato and dates. They're so good. Okay, guys, this dinner was the real deal, and I'm so stoked to share this recipe with you. It's gonna blow your mind. I have been craving a lentil shepherd's pie for what feels like months, and I finally mustered up the willpower to make one. And it actually didn't take that much effort. Maybe a little bit heavy on the time investment side, but oh my lord, so worth it. This is packed with so much protein, you guys, from mostly whole food sources, obviously with the exception of the Beyond Meat. But if you're not keen on using the processed plant-based meats, you can always just double the amount of the lentils in this recipe and it will turn out just as good. Also, a little hack for you: if you don't have enough potatoes to make mashed potatoes for the top layer of a lentil shepherd's pie, you can totally add in some sweet potatoes like I did here, or even carrots or turnips or any other like root vegetable. The filling you see here is so incredibly flavorful from all the different herbs and spices and seasonings that we're using. Oh, it's like probably the best part of this whole dang recipe. Now, making a cornstarch slurry is optional, but I would still recommend you do it because it does help to thicken up the gravy, if you will, as the casserole bakes in the oven. Now that I have my mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes, I just spread them as thin as I could on top, but they were a little bit chunky, but that's okay. It may not look super pretty, but it was super delicious. You guys are in for a treat. Oh my lord, this shepherd's pie has blown my mind. It was so worth the time and the effort I put into this. I have never made a shepherd's pie so delicious before. It's like, oh, and it's got so much protein in it, like about 30 grams of protein per serving, which is amazing. It is like so full of flavor. This tastes just like how my grandma used to make it. Oh, Beyond Meat. Sometimes you just gotta use the Beyond Meats of the world to get those classic family recipes like nailed. Oh my god. This morning's breakfast was a whipped edamame type situation on toast, and I didn't film how to make it, but it's really simple. It's basically just edamame with whatever seasonings you want, and you just blend it up in a food processor and spread it on toast. I'm so hungry. It is lunchtime. I just got home from my little Galentine's Day event that my lovely friend hosted. Ate so many sweet treats, and now I am totally sugared out, but I'm so hungry. I'm eating a leftover shepherd's pie, and this is like, this is like the best kinds of leftovers. Nom 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 nom. And I also, on the way home, picked up some donuts from a local bakery, gluten-free, vegan. Guys, look, they were buy one get one free. I couldn't say no. We got a peanut butter cup and like a Boston cream type situation. I am so freaking stoked. Like, this is gonna be the best part of my day. Well, maybe not the best part. One of the best parts. Donuts! Oh my gosh, get in my belly. That's so good. Alright. This Cajun pasta was quite the way to end a Saturday. A delicious day, I might add. Now, we are using some Beyond Beef Italian sausage here, just kind of frying up the little coins that I cut them into while I've got some soy curls baking in the oven. And then I'm just sauteing up some veggies, just simple onion, garlic, bell peppers, and some Cajun seasoning. My recipe for that is written below for you guys. And then in the same pan, we're just deglazing it, and then we're going to make the sauce brothy situation that the pasta noodles are going to cook in. Now I'm using chickpea pasta, which is super high in protein, so I recommend you use chickpea pasta if you are trying to eat higher protein in your meals. Give that all a good mix, and then I just basically let the noodles cook in the tomato sauce, and then once they're cooked, I just added all the other things that I already cooked beforehand. So the veggies, the soy curls, the spicy sausage, and then I made this really creamy tofu cornstarch slurry, and it turned out so good. It was such a fun hack that I'm totally going to use again and again to thicken up my pasta sauces in the future while adding extra protein. Okay, hello. Sorry, I'm a little bit of a hot mess. This is Janelle in her filming attire. So I made Cajun pasta, you guys. I love pasta because especially when you're making chickpea pasta, it is like automatically gonna level up the protein amount in just any old plain Jane pasta. Even if you add no extra protein to a chickpea pasta noodle dish, you're still gonna get like way more protein than you would otherwise. So this is already full of protein from the chickpea pasta, plus adding soy curls and some Beyond spicy sausage. Like, oh my gosh, you guys, this is like the real deal. This is so legit, and I've already had a bite. And let me tell you, sausage. Yes, it's not the healthiest, but it's good, and it's fueling and nourishing my soul. So good. Sunday morning breakfast, you guys, was a bit of a chocolatey situation. So you may have recalled from one of my previous videos that I tried to make a chocolate mousse, but it didn't really turn out so great, so I ended up turning it into a chia pudding. Well, this is like the next level up from that, and instead of me just adding the chia seeds into the mix and just making like a good old chia pudding, I'm blending everything together, chia seeds included. Now, if you have not ever tried blending your chia seeds when you're making chia pudding, you gotta. It turns out so good, so thick, so creamy. It's just like a chocolate mousse, and it has seriously like changed my life. Some days, breakfast just needs to feel like dessert, and today is one of those days. And I need chocolate today. So yeah, I'm having a brownie, and they're good for me, and they're delicious, and they're healthy, and they're full of fiber and protein, and gonna have some of that chia pudding. It's a very chocolatey experience, and I'm here for it, and I'm not ashamed, and you shouldn't be either. Why am I eating a brownie with a spoon? Oh my gosh, you guys. Hey. So I'm eating lunch right now, and oh my gosh, it just felt like a noodly kind of day. So I made a stir fry. Very simple. It was a very scrappy stir fry. I used like old veggies that needed to get used up, like old carrots, old onions. I had some Chinese broccoli stems. I had regular broccoli stems. I had some old cauliflower. I just had a lot of like old veggies. I don't know what I've been doing this week, but I haven't been eating my veggies, clearly. So they all went into this delicious stir fry. I seasoned it very simply with soy sauce, a little bit of mirin, some Chinese 5 spice. Just had a brain fart, and yeah. It's just really good. I'm really enjoying it. And I could literally eat this all day. Sunday. dinner. We made a smoky bean soup. Now, I have made a few variations of this soup in the past, but this was kind of like a scrappy soup using up little bits and bobs, odds and ends of veggies and stuff and pantry goods that just needed to get used up. So that's basically what this soup is. It's just a mishmash of a bunch of things. You can see I had like a tiny bit of chickpeas, but a whole bunch of black beans. Yeah, it is what it is, and it's delicious. I added lots of different spices and seasonings and nutritional yeast, and then to kind of change up the texture a little bit, I blended a little bit of it with an immersion blender, added in some kind of old-ish wilting spinach, and this was like a 30-minute meal tops, which was great because I was pretty caught up in watching the Super Bowl. Not that I'm a Super Bowl fan or a football watcher at all, but you know, I gotta be on the T-Swifty Super Bowl bandwagon. Topped it off with some crispy tofu, some cilantro, and some avocado, and called it a day, folks. This bowl is hot. Hi, it's dinner time. I have like a few seconds to talk, cause Super Bowl Sunday, we're on a commercial break, and we just went into overtime. So, this is really good. High protein bean soup situation with crispy tofu shreds. It's very smoky, and it kind of is like a soup, but also a chili, but yum. Huh. It's hot. But it's good. So I go, bye.